Well, every father wants to be with their kids on Father's Day, and now that is here. One family is reflecting on their long road to their first Father's Day together as a family. 13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey joins us live with their story. Sean.
Yeah, Rachel, even though the young Brody and his twin brother Riker are both 14 months old, this will be their first Father's Day at home with their father, Brandon.
Be thankful for every day that those little miracle babies are around.
How these two kids got here, laughing and playing with their parents, is, like Brandon Soukup said, a miracle.
September of 2019, my husband and I found out I was pregnant.
As Rachel Soukup went for checkups, she was told something no parent wants to hear.
They're basically like, your smaller baby probably is not going to make it. He's probably going to die. And then the larger baby could have a lot of problems associated with that. He may not make it either. So it was a very grim prognosis.
With the help of doctors, Rachel was referred to Children's Hospital Colorado from her home in Nevada.
We just want to make sure that they're both going to make it, and we'll do whatever we can.
She had a high-risk pregnancy. The twins shared a placenta, but one had a smaller share. She had to be monitored daily.
2 hours for 3 times a day, they would check the baby's heart rates, and this is how they knew that the babies would need to come out when the heart rate dropped too much.
She just need to be watched very closely.
Dr. Franklin Chow of Children's Hospital Colorado was there to help figure out when the danger was too high and the babies needed to come out.
We just have to try to buy as much time for this baby to grow.
And then the pandemic hit, so then you kind of add that.
Amid a pandemic in an unfamiliar state, Rachel gave birth at 29 weeks to 2 boys, both under 3 pounds. With her mom by her side, Brandon back in Nevada.
Our hospital was like a military camp. You know, it was secure, it was locked down.
The twins were put in the NICU, going through surgeries, learning to breathe. Months later, Brandon was finally able to visit.
They were born on April 8th, and he met them on Father's Day. That was finally kind of when the pandemic was calming down for a short period of time to allow for him to come. They had these little Father's Day outfits, but they were massive on him.
They're almost shaking, and you hold them, and they're just so tiny. But it was like, kind of like that moment, like, oh, like, I've been a dad for, it's weird, because I've been a dad for like 4 months, but I hadn't like actually felt like a dad. You see them for the first time, the noises they make and stuff like that. So that was probably like one of the better days I've ever had.
After 125 days in the NICU, Riker and Brody were finally able to go home.
Brody was always the bigger twin, so he's starting to crawl, he's starting to stand up on things. Riker's always been a little bit behind, but he has finally now sat up by himself, which is really exciting.
As the boys grow up, Rachel and Brandon say they always look at things with perspective.
It's like that challenge in the moment with the baby, or that, you know, that little next developmental hurdle you're trying to get over. But then a year later, you kind of look back, and now, like, fast forward a year, it's like, now look how far they come. Like, now our problems are Brody's crawling around trying to get in everything.
And this Father's Day, 1 year after meeting his kids, Brandon is able to celebrate with family.
For me, it's like just a day of remembrance that you have these kids, they're in your life now, you've been blessed with these kids, and it kind of, it's almost like a reset day, for me anyway. It's just like, oh, you know, like, let's do another year of being a dad. You know, let's be there for them, try to be a good person.
And we here at Channel 13 wish the Soukup family and all dads the very best Father's Day today.